Hi, welcome to another episode of Talking with Docs. I'm Dr. Paul Zalzal.
And I'm Dr. Brad Weening.
Well, question we get all the time.
All the time.
Will my orthopedic implant set off the detectors at the airport?
I'm just excited to talk about this because it means people are starting to think about traveling again. In the pandemic, it's been difficult for everyone.
Wonderful.
Borders are opening up between Canada and the United States, even by road. So very exciting time. So what's the answer, Paul?
It likely will. Your orthopedic implant more than likely will set off the detector at the airport. It kind of depends how sensitive they have it set.
Yes.
But yeah, when you go through that metal detector, it likely will detect the metal because your artificial joint is made of metal most of the time.
Yep.
And it's pretty superficial.
Yep.
So the detector picks it up, and that's what it's supposed to do.
For me, that's comforting.
Yeah.
I don't want to sneak past with my metal implant inside because then you can sneak other stuff.
No.
So what does that mean though? So now you go there like, oh no, they're not going to let me in. Am I not allowed to fly?
Like the airport lineup's not bad enough with your COVID test, your COVID vaccine,
Yeah.
and now you've got an orthopedic implant. You're trying to walk across. So you can still fly. You'll still be able to get on there.
Yeah.
But you basically have to tell the officer, say, look, I have an implant.
Right.
And that will then direct you to a separate screening. Either with the wand, they'll go directly over the area with the wand.
Yep.
Or they'll go into that scanner.
The scanner, because then they can see it. Obviously, you can't hide anything in the scanner.
Yeah. And so, what do some patients often ask us for then?
They always say, "Oh, can I just have a little card that says, hey, I have an implant, so I can kind of go through that process."
If it was that easy, because then anybody who wanted to do something malicious would just fake a card and say, look, I have an orthopedic implant. This is not a gun, this is an orthopedic implant.
There's no way to authenticate the card or who you are or whether you have an implant or any of that kind of stuff. It's impossible.
Yeah, so the card probably won't help you much.
You can carry one, but yeah, probably it's not worth the paper that it's written on because I think some people maybe sell them even, to be honest with you.
I almost got caught going on the plane once with a contraband item.
What was the contraband
we were
item?
in Florida and we were going to the beach.
Yep.
And so we were doing a picnic sort of thing, and so I took a small knife from the kitchen, wrapped it in paper towel, and put it in the backpack.
So you mean hid it?
Well, the backpack had lots of zippers, lots of pockets, like good ones do. And we went to the beach, we had a great day, but I didn't need the knife. So I forgot all about it.
Yep.
And then we used that same backpack as carry-on.
Yep,
so
happens.
It went through that thing 50 times, and they kept looking and saying, no, hang on.
They couldn't see the knife?
They saw something, but the thing had about 1 million different compartments. It was like a Rubik's Cube of backpacks.
Okay.
They couldn't find it. So finally they find it. They pull it out, wrapped in paper towel, concealed.
Clearly.
And at that point I'm thinking, I wouldn't do well in jail.
No.
I don't think I would.
You're too pretty.
I don't have the swagger you need to get in the right gang. You know what I mean?
We would get you inked up.
I don't. For a start, I could probably make a shiv to barter with, but I don't think I'd do well. So that's what's going through my mind as they're unwrapping this knife.
Yeah.
So he just looks at me and I'm like, well, you can keep that, and just walked away like real quick into the crowds. Yeah. But that was my scare. So I get where you're coming from. You're nervous because you have an orthopedic implant.
Yep, give him a heads up.
Give them a heads up. You can take a letter or a card if you want, but it's not going to get you to bypass any of the extra security you're going to have to do.
For sure. And yes, it's not a big deal, especially if you tell them ahead of time, then you won't be taken aback or surprised by the process. So yeah, just let them know and then enjoy your trip. Safe travels.
Yeah, it should not interfere with your travel in any other way.
Excellent. Well, hey, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel.
And remember, you are in charge of your own health.
We'll see you next time.